Hello. How's it going? Don't tell me how it's going. I don't care. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I knew I left something. It wouldn't be me if I left with everything I needed the first time. If I left with everything I needed right away, it wouldn't be me. Hold on. Green screen. Backing into my driveway from the. I'm just that good at backing up. I can back right in my driveway from the main road. Okay. Alright. Let me leave you with a picture of me while I'm gone. I'm gonna leave you with a picture of me while I'm gone. Damn it. Never mind. Never mind. I had it all along. I actually did have it. I actually did have it. I lied to myself. I lied to myself and said I didn't have it, but I did. But I did have it. Get a hold of yourself, Justin. Okay. This guy's tires are obnoxious on his Kia Soul, and his car says Hoonigan. It's like a Kia Soul, but it says Hoonigan on the back, and then it has these obnoxious tires. Okay. I need to go left, but I'm in the right lane. Let me back up. Let me back up! Because you had to put the left lane on the left side of the road. I bet you think you're some kind of road constructor. Whoever made this 40 years ago. I bet you think you pave roads. Alright. That was a factually accurate statement that I made back in like 2022. And not only did the warehouse in Cape Coral, Florida, the headquarters of Bones Coffee Company, all right, not only did they fire me from their warehouse and fulfillment center full of predominantly Latino people, not only did they fire me from the Bones Coffee Company headquarters in Cape Coral for wearing that shirt, all right, not only did they fire me for being pale while writing on a shirt in Sharpie, because that statement is factually accurate, as we all know now, because I'm sure you guys read the news like me. So, as you guys know, that is a factually accurate statement that the NAACP and the KKK are the same thing. That is a factually accurate statement. But not only did they fire me because I made that statement on a t-shirt in Sharpie years before it became a true statement, or a verifiable statement, not only did they fire me for being white while wearing a t-shirt that has Sharpie on it, what's it called? After I walked into the administrative end of the Bones Coffee Company headquarters and then recorded myself being an asshole to the administrative staff, the Lee County Sheriff's Office then harassed me because this is a two-tier justice system. The Lee County Sheriff's Office then harassed me for confronting the ne'er-do-wells in the administrative end of the Bones Coffee Company headquarters on camera. Believe I called them a few sentence enhancers. If you, I'm sure you guys all watched the good version of SpongeBob when that was around, so you know what I mean by sentence enhancers, because I'm sure all of you iPad children that are watching this are able to read at an adult reading level. I'm sure all of the iPad children out there that watch 9x16 live streams know what sentence enhancers are, because I'm sure you watched the good version of SpongeBob, and I'm sure you don't walk around reciting Ice Spice's terrible rap song that was made for the 3D CGI version of SpongeBob that all of you iPad children out there in Bangladesh watch. But yeah, so I threw some sentence enhancers at the administrative staff of the Bones Coffee Company headquarters in Cape Coral, Florida, while wearing this t-shirt after they fired me, because they fired me for making an objectively correct statement. Therefore, the only reason they fired me is because they saw a white person wearing a shirt that had KKK written on it in Sharpie, and they went, "This cannot be. This cannot happen in Israel-occupied Florida. It cannot be so." Like, that's basically what happened. They were just like, "Oh, a white person is wearing a shirt that has KKK written on it. Be gone! You are banished from the realm." Like, that's basically what happened. So, and then I went into the administrative end of the building wearing the shirt, and then recorded myself calling them some sentence enhancers, and then the police harassed me. I'm in the turning lane. I am managing my inventory. I'm just gonna talk like I'm a vagabond in the medieval era from antiquity. I'm going to talk like I am from antiquity. I used to do that back when I had companions. Alright. Back when there were members of my RPG party. I must correct my course. I am riding my steed across the realm. Alright. My AI is my brand coordinator, and my AI would tell me that this is silly and it does not fit my serious vibe and demeanor. All right. My AI is my brand image coordinator, and my AI would tell me that talking like I am a heroic from antiquity would not fit my serious, edgy vibe. I know. The NAACP is indeed the KKK. It's a factual. Now, I mean, I'm sure all of you iPad children read the news. Again, I have to repeat this every time, because I'm just positive that all the iPad children out there read the news, and I'm sure that they know that the NAACP is indeed the KKK. But I wrote that on a shirt in Sharpie in like 2023 or 4. And that was before everyone knew that that was a factually accurate statement. And now we know that it's a fact. We kind of always knew that it was a factually accurate statement if you listened to what people from the civil rights era were actually saying. Like, if you listened to what people from the civil rights era actually said out of their mouths in interviews, even people like Muhammad Ali, for instance, if you actually listened to what came out of Muhammad Ali's mouth, you would the word racist would come to mind. If you listened to civil rights era quote unquote leaders such as Muhammad Ali, for instance, and if you actually listened to the words that came out of people like Muhammad Ali's mouth, the words that come to mind would be racist and bigoted, perhaps. And so it should come as no surprise that what I wrote on that shirt in 2023 was a factually accurate statement. And considering that Bones Coffee Company was letting people in administrative positions walk around wearing pride flags, you would think, since Bones Coffee Company allowed an entirely female Latino staff and people to wear pride flags in the building, that me writing a factually accurate statement about the NAACP on a shirt in Sharpie would not be grounds for me to get fired. But I guess because I'm white and I wore a shirt that had the letters KKK written on it, that was all the LGBT people at Bones Coffee Company and their entirely Latino and female staff wanted to see. I guess that's all they wanted to see. All they wanted to see was a white man wearing a shirt with the letters KKK written on it, and they didn't want to look deeper at the meaning of the shirt and see that I was wearing a shirt that had a factually accurate statement written on it. I guess they didn't want to see that I had a literally factually accurate statement written on my shirt back in 2023 before it was public knowledge that the NAACP, in fact, they didn't want to see the truth of the statement, is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that they didn't want to look at the deeper meaning of the message written on the shirt. They just wanted to see a white man wearing a shirt with the letters KKK written on it in Sharpie. That's all that the LGBT pride flag wearers at Bones Coffee Company wanted to see when they looked at a white man that morning. All they wanted to see was a white man wearing a shirt with the letters KKK written on it in red Sharpie. That's all they wanted to see. They didn't want to see that I was speaking the truth. They didn't want to see that I had a factually accurate statement written on my shirt. And I'm sure, as all of you iPad children in attendance know, I'm sure all of you iPad children in attendance read news headlines. I'm sure you read news headlines, and I'm sure you've read the news headline that what I wrote on my shirt that day back in 2022 or 2023 was indeed a factually accurate statement.
horse don't look like he's having a good time back there. I feel bad for it. Dude's got a fucking horse in a hitch trailer.